have Maddie in the car still. I have to go take her to school. I'm not fully awake. You need to put your phone away, please. It's not that I'm not fully awake. Ramsey woke me up at 3:30 again this morning. So, again, my sleep was disrupted, which throws me all off. And then he started whining at 6 o'clock this morning, and I don't get out of bed until 6:40. So that was fun. Oh, but I haven't done a vlog in the car in a while, so I thought I would say good morning to you guys and see how your day's going. It is a balmy 66 degrees here in the Tennessee Valley. Got my Honduras fresh ground brewed coffee. So good. Those of you who are interested, I posted a video last night of the cross stitch giveaway for the month of May. Go check it out. If nothing else, just go listen at it. There's a bunch of stuff that I talk about in there as well. Ramsey tries to be a ham and get in the middle of everything. So anyway, so go check it out, and I will be back and talk to you guys later. Hi guys. All right, so it is now Wednesday. Oh, if you can't tell, I'm in my kitchen. That's my stove. I've got you on my octopi tripod. Octopi. Anyway, these are my cross stitch crochet up close glasses, but I used them because I did an experiment. I told you guys, I think, about ordering some AliExpress nail covers. You guys have heard of Color Straight. They're like $10 or $13 a piece for a pack to do 2 sets of nails, and I think they last for 2 weeks a piece, something like that. What it is it's layers and layers of nail polish, and you put it on. But I decided to do, I love my AliExpress, so I decided to do some research on there, and I've got 3 different brands that I'm trying. This is the second brand. I think I showed you guys the last set of nails that I did. So I decided to do a new set, and these are purple and silver glitter. Can you see that? Let's see if it'll focus in on that instead of, there's a lot of light in the background. Focus in on that. And the tips are actually covered, but for some reason it's showing them as clear. I wish it would focus on the nails and not on me. Stop it. Let's see if that'll do it. No, it's not doing it. My sister's messaging me at the same time. But anyway, so yeah, I think they turned out really cute. They're smooth. I love my pinkies. I think my pinkies are so cute. But anyway, so I did that tonight. I have got to ship out an order that was placed today by Miss Crystal. She ordered from my Etsy shop, which is listed below, by the way. She ordered, I'm getting out, this is my travel crochet cross stitch catch-all bag. She ordered a needle threader from me, so that'll go out in the mail. And this is what the needle threaders look like. I've got mine attached to a pair of scissors and a scissor fob, so that's what it looks like. It's what you do is you put your, I have a demo actually on my channel that shows you exactly how to use this. You put your, I don't know if I have an extra needle here or not. Oh, I do. So you have a darning needle, and if you have those kind of threads, yarn that's hard to thread, what you do is you take your needle, you put it on here, you put your thread across here. I don't have a piece of thread down here, or I'd show you that. Hey, no, 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 no. Y'all know that's Ellie tearing up my door frames. Anyway, You put your thread across here, and then you pull this, and it attaches your thread to it. That's for your yarn, and this is for, if you cross stitch, this side is for your cross stitch. Anyway, so she ordered one, so that's going out in the mail tomorrow. Thank you very much, Miss Crystal. Hear me clanking on my needles now. I'm putting them away. And this is a counter. If you guys don't have one of these, they are a godsend. They are wonderful. Every time if you're counting rows, especially if you're doing amigurumi, you just, well, I've got it locked. You click it, and it keeps track of how many rows you've done. And you can lock it in place if you're in the middle of something. It has a hole. I don't sell these, but this is a great gadget. I should put them in my shop. I have some really pretty butterfly scissors that I'm going to have in my shop. These are going to be turned into scissor fobs like the one I just showed you. I'm going to make it similar to this, where you get a pair of scissors, and then you'll have the fob that's attached to the scissors, and then you'll have the needle threader attached to that. So that way you'll always have your scissors, and you'll always have your needle threader, and they won't, I've had this thing for years. So that's what I got. I got quite a few of them. I think I've got 3, right now I've got 3 in the butterfly that I'm going to put up. And I'm also going to have some stitch markers it's going to be like a package kit. So it's going to have the scissors, the needle threader, some stitch markers. Here's another pair that I'm going to put up. It's the stork, but it's in a rose gold. Isn't that pretty? This is another one that I'm going to have in my shop once I get them all put together, but I haven't put them together yet. So, so yeah. I wasn't going to do a crafty segment on here. I was actually going to talk to you guys and just have some idle chit chat. So don't go away if you're not into the crafting thing. Don't go away. This is going to be idle chit chat. I just brought you in my kitchen because I have to cut up some melon, and I thought I would talk to you while I cut up some melon. My eyes are giving me problems. So I talked to you guys the other day about, I need some more tea. Actually, I need a straw. So I talked to you guys the other day about these floaters that I was seeing in my eyes. Let me get a straight straw. Another cool investment, guys. I got these metal straws. They're metal. They come in 2 different sizes. I get 2 long ones, 2 short ones, 2 long bent ones, and 2 long short ones. Bent short ones. Anyway, so I have these big, they look like solo cups, but it's actually a thick plastic insulated cup. And regular straws go to about right here. They fall in, so this is perfect. Anyway, great investment. Good for the environment. Reusable straws. You have to be careful not to put them in your sink, because what happens is they will go down your drain. But if you have, my new nails, this one's kind of dirty. If you have one of these in your sink, it won't go through. This is what I yeah, I use, because I have had plastic knives, short plastic knives, go down my drain before, and I've had to have them dug out, but that was fun. Now I was going to tell you about these metal straws. Not endorsing any of the stuff that I'm telling you about, except for the needle threader. It comes with this little brush too, so what you do is you take it when you're cleaning it, and it's got a little nub on it so it goes through, so you can clean your straws and reuse them, which is great. But the reason why I brought you into my kitchen tonight was because I have a melon that I just got, and I wanted to spend some time with you. Let me turn you around a little bit. Spend some time with you and cut up the melon while we talk. Because I had to anyway. Because I'm usually in the kitchen talking to myself. I just want to be talking to y'all, right? Alright, so the eye thing. I do not have eye insurance. So, there is, my manager was telling me about either Eye Ear Optical or Provision. I think she said it was Eye Ear Optical. No, I don't have nothing for you. You want a treat? I'm going to pause you for a second and get him a treat. Sorry about that. So when I'm in the kitchen, Ramsey thinks he has to have a treat every time I walk in the kitchen. I'm getting my handy dandy Sterilite bowl for my melon. I'm going to get my trash can. Alright, so anyway, so about the eyes. So, I'm still having issues. And I'm almost positive it's because of my glucose. It leaks into your, it can leak into your eyes and cause eye bleeds where you see floaters. I have not been testing myself, which I know I should. I always say, oh, I'll do it later, and I always put it off, which I shouldn't. I know that. I know what to do. I've had this for over 20 years. I know what to do, right? So, I'm really surprised that it's happening to me, only because my numbers have been coming down, and my numbers have been looking good. So I don't know what it could be. Now that I guess I'm adjusting to it, and every day it's in a different spot. So like right now it's in, right when I'm looking straight at you on my left eye. It's a little blurry, but it's not bad. It's moved. I have better vision right now. This one is perfectly fine. This one I had issues with anyway with my, I've always been nearsighted, and my nearsightedness has started to fade away in my right eye. But anyway. So either Pearl Vision or Eye Ear Optical has got a program for a certain day where they're doing free exams. So she suggested I go get it checked out. You guys can't see my melon because you're so close. So you might be able to hear me cutting it. So I'm cutting my melon. Guys, always, always, always wash your rinds before you cut them. Because number one, they use manure in the ground, and sometimes they wash off the rinds and sometimes they don't. But think of it this way. Always wash every single piece of fruits or vegetables or anything that you see that is out in the open in your produce section. You want to make sure you do that, because think of all the people that come through there after they've put out the produce. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at this. Oh, I don't know if I like this one or not. So they're touching everything that you may possibly buy. Keep that in mind. Strangers are touching your food before you put them in your mouth. Now, the reason why you want to the reason why you want to wash any kind of melon, if you don't, I mean, even bananas, if you're going to use a knife on a banana, you have to do this, but otherwise you don't really need to. Bananas are the perfect travel food. You don't even have to wash your bananas, but I recommend washing anything else if you eat the peel or if you're going to touch the peel with a knife. Everybody touches this. This has been on the ground. Most, if not all, vegetables are grown with some type of manure or fertilizer, right? You're cutting into that, and when you do that, your knife is passing through that flesh and going into your food. Think about that. Just an FYI, just to let you guys know. I'm looking out for y'all. And I'm telling you, the reason why I am more particular now than I have ever been is because about it was almost 2 years ago, I contracted E. coli. You can get E. coli even if you are not nasty. I am not nasty. I am very clean. I am very clean. I know nasty people, but I'm not nasty people. Okay, so, but anyway, so, I will tell you what happened to me. I think I talked about this on my other channel, maybe not. And just for those of you who know, if you are subscribed to my other channel, please unsubscribe. I no longer post there. Everything I post is here, just in case you don't know that. I'm doing everything. Everybody gets to see everything in one place. It's a lot easier that way. For you and me. I will always tell you in the title pretty much what the general consensus is going to be and what the conversations are going to be. My description is pretty much always the same because I always want to give you guys information in my description box. But I digress. But anyway. So, yeah. So, do that with your fruits and vegetables. The E. coli. Let me tell you. Okay, so I'll tell you, if you have never had E. coli, it is something you never want to get. If you have had COVID, I don't know how to compare it to the COVID, except for the COVID, you have an issue with the breathing situation, and it can lead to death. E. coli can lead to death as well. I felt like I was dying, and I will tell you why. Originally, I thought I was having withdrawals from not taking. I was changing doctors. I had not been to my doctor in a while. And did not have my gabapentin for my neuropathy, which is nerve damage to my hands and feet. So I hadn't taken it. I'd been out for like almost a week. So my mother-in-law thought that I was having withdrawals. And I couldn't stop urinating. I mean, I couldn't stop. I was coming out of all ends. It was terrible. What had happened was I was freaking out. I was sitting on the commode. Matson had come in there. And I said, Matson, something's wrong. You need to call Grandma. Now keep in mind, this, my husband and I, if you guys don't know my story, have not actually been together. We have separate lives. We just never filed for divorce. Well, he filed for divorce, but I just never signed the papers because I never got them. But anyway, we have not actually been together as a couple. It is just legal on paper for over, Maddie's going to be 11 years. But we're still good friends, which is, I know it sounds odd, but yes, I'm good friends with my ex. Not only for Maddie, but I don't know. I think if Maddie wasn't in the picture, we would probably still be friends. Who knows? But anyway, we were only, the length, we've been married for 14 years. We were only together for the marriage for the first 2.5, and it was very, very rocky. But I don't need to go off on that. What I want to tell you guys was, okay, so I'm sitting on the commode. And then all of a sudden, I mean, the reason why I'm sitting there is because I don't feel good. Something's not right. I'm lightheaded. And I'm like, something's not right. I didn't know if my temperature was dropping. I felt really cold. I was shaking. I thought it might have been my blood sugar. I was freaking out. I had no clue what was going on. So I said, let me take my temperature. So she got the thermometer, and I took my temperature, and it was, I want to say it was 94 or 93. Well, that scared me, because 98.6 is normal, right? Do I need this knife anymore? I think not. So 98.6 is normal. I was at a 93 or a 94. And I was like, something's not right. My temperature just dropped, just bottomed out. My blood sugar was normal, so it wasn't that. I thought maybe low blood sugar. So I said, something's wrong, because I had diarrhea really bad. I said, call Grandma and see if she can come over or help. So she comes straight over, which is really nice, because she's a really sweet woman. She's only 3.5 years older than me, but she's a really sweet woman. Like my mother-in-law. Y'all don't know I'm a cougar. Just saying. So she comes over and she helps me out. I'm not going to tell you what all she did. She's a nurse, so that was another reason why she'd come over too, because she's used to taking care of people all day long. She's a LPN. And she'd worked in nursing homes before too, or rehab centers for rehabilitation, for helping people sick and get back on their feet. No, go on. So then I started getting violent shakes. Like I could not stop shaking. My temperature spiked up to 103. And just instantly, and I started shaking. like I was having convulsions. I couldn't stop shaking. I had cold chills so bad. Blankets weren't helping. I was leaking out of every orifice possible, and I felt so embarrassed. So there were towels wrapped around me, and it was just really bad. I hurt from head to toe. It was the worst. And like I said, I don't know how it feels to have COVID, but let me tell you something. Y'all don't ever want to get E. coli. And how you get it? You get it from poop. Now, like I said, I'm not a nasty person. I wash my hands because I've seen my child had pinworms twice. It's from not washing your hands. You remember the old saying when you were a kid, your mother would say, don't put your fingers in your mouth, you'll get worms. That is true. That is a fact. That can happen. And I also found out, once I did some more research on it, once we had to figure out how to get rid of them, which is easy to do. But I'm not going to gross you out on how to do this. Just look up pinworms, and I will let you figure out. If you want to know more about it, look it up. I promise you, it's not pretty. But anyway, there's another term for it too, but pinworms is the easiest, most common worm. Anyway, you can get worms. It is a fact. The worms come from the poop. The eggs are airborne because they are so microscopic. They travel through your mouth, and they can travel through your eyes and your nose because they are so minute. Anyway, so my point was not to go on a poop rant. This is why I wash my hands very thoroughly, okay? So I know that's not how I got the E. coli. You can get it from, and this is, the point was also, I'm going all the way backward. The reason why I wash my fruits and vegetables. Don't pre-wash them until you eat them, because there's a protecting coating on most of them. And God puts a protective coating on them if you buy them organically. You still want to wash them. But if you pre-wash them, it can cause them to rot faster. So wash them right before you use them. Like, see that little dirt in there? I mean, I don't know. I see the light. There we go. You see the dirt? So I'll show you what I use for that. And how you can get off the pesticides. I have a fruit and vegetable brush is what it is. And how you can, the easiest way to wash them is like if you're going to do like a big salad or something like that, put your sink halfway full, cold water, and a little bit of vinegar. It takes off the pesticides, it takes off the bacteria, it takes off anything that can hurt your body internally. Just let it soak for about a minute or two, rinse them off, and just chop and go. You can even eat the peels of whatever you're going to eat. Anyway, I know I started out with one way and ended up another way. Cutting the cantaloupe, washing the fruits and vegetables. Oh, did I tell you guys that I'm affiliated with, I'm not affiliated, let me rephrase that. I am a retailer for ice yarns now. I have a website. It will be linked down below if you guys would like to go check it out. It is the Young40Mom Crafts ice yarn website. Take a look at it. And I gave you guys the breakdown on how you can make money. I mean, not how you save money by ordering through there. I'll do a whole, I think, video of that one day. But y'all know I usually fly by the seat of my pants. I do. So what I'm eating now, I bought a bag of frozen pineapple chunks. They were freshly frozen, and blueberries. You see it? Yeah. So that's what I'm doing, and I'll show you. So I got this at my local UGO market. It's by Del Monte. fresh frozen pineapple tidbits. Look at this. It's 2.2 pounds of pineapple tidbits. Now, if you bought this in a normal, regular grocery store, you're going to pay between, let's see, about $5.99 to $8.99, maybe more. I'm not sure, but look what I paid. Yep, you see it right. $1.99 at my local United Grocery Outlet. Awesome. Now, this I got at my local food line, but these are my blueberries. Fresh frozen. And I'll tell you something about that. If you can't buy fresh from an actual grower, the next best thing is going to be either canned or frozen. And I'll tell you why. When you get produce from a supermarket, it has come from a place first. Like bananas are actually cut hard and green. They are green when they are cut off the trees. Then they sit. Then they're put in refrigeration. Then some are not put in refrigeration. And then eventually gets to your house. Have you ever noticed that sometimes when you get produce, like I have to get bananas like every 2 or 3 days because they get brown so fast. That's when I do this. I cut them, I put them in a baggie, I put them in my freezer, and then I put them in my high-speed blender. You can make healthy vegan ice cream, and I'll tell you how to do it. So that was 2 bananas. So I can take, you don't have to do it if you don't have a Ninja, that's fine. What you can use is, like I said, a high-speed blender or a food processor. You can do the same thing in that. Either any of those 3 gadgets. Ooh, that's dirty. I need to rewash it. So I've got my bullet. This is a Ninja IQ, Auto IQ, 1,000 watts. I got this as a gift from my sister. Comes with a blade. You put the soft stuff in, the frozen stuff in, the liquid in, up to the line. Screw on the lid, flip it upside down. And mine, you don't have to hold it down. You just click it in place and turn it on. I have a frozen section. I have a frozen button, a fresh button, and a pulse button so that I can make like salsa, homemade salsa. But anyway, so what you do is you take a banana or 2, depending on your serving size, what you want or how hungry you are. You put it in your blender, food processor, whatever you're going to use. Take a scoop of cocoa powder, and I'm talking Baker's cocoa powder. I don't have any down here. It's over there. I have Baker's cocoa powder. Put in a tablespoon or 2 of maple syrup. And a splash, you can either put water or you can put almond milk or oat milk or any kind of nut milk that you want to try, soy milk. Like I said, you can use water if you want. But it makes the best healthy snack in the world. It's like an ice cream. It's smooth like an ice cream. It's cold like an ice cream. It's chocolatey like an ice cream if you like chocolate. If you don't want the chocolate, you could put in like a little, a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Sprinkle in some cinnamon. It is so awesome. I've made it before with bananas and pumpkin spice and a medjool date, or you can use maple syrup. Now, I try to get away from the processed stuff, so that's why I use the maple syrup instead of, say, for instance, a pancake syrup. You can use a pancake syrup, but it's got high fructose corn syrup. It's got stuff in it you can't pronounce. And how far am I going? Oh, wow, I'm running out of time. I'm talking longer than I thought I would. I am so sorry, guys. I hope you're still with me and I haven't bored you to death. But anyway, so yeah, give that a try. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm going to let you go before this gets too long, and I'm going to have to put this on the lowest quality of the lowest quality of saving that I can put it on. And so I may be blurred. I may not be as pretty as I am now. I don't know what's going to happen on how I'm going to end up doing this, because this is going to be at least 35 minutes long, maybe longer. I hope not, for your sake. But if you guys like these nighttime talks, let me know. And I might start doing them more in the future. I spend a good hour in my kitchen every night anyway. And it's usually after Maddie goes to bed because I'm washing dishes or I'm prepping something for the next day or whatever. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. And yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps my algorithms. And also, too, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And that way you will be notified every time I post a video. I do post once, twice, sometimes more a week. But you will see me at least once a week. I try at least 2 or 3 times a week. I just never know what days. Yeah, like this weekend I didn't post anything at all. I just wasn't feeling it, guys. I mean, it's not that I don't love you. I do love you guys. It's just that I don't know. You just don't feel like doing anything. I've got a whole ton of stuff in my craft room back there. On my table, sectioned out, ready to work on. I've got, of course, my yarn at the couch. I've got the yarn by the bed. Everything's ready to go, working on project. And sometimes I look at it and I just want to veg out. You ever feel like that? You don't want to do, you just want to veg. Yeah, now that my daughter's old enough and she doesn't need my assistance with anything anymore, well, she still needs my assistance with stuff. But I mean, she's more independent than she's ever been. She's 13. She'll be 14 next month. It's kind of nice to relax. See, and I said I wasn't going to talk anymore. But I will tell you this. I don't get to relax on the weekends. I still have to get up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, even on my days off, because of that ding-dong dog. Because my daughter gets to sleep her wonderful 10 to 12 hours. But do I? No. No. Mommy gets about 4 or 5 hours. That's how much sleep I get. Because he will wake me up. He's crated. Because he won't wake me up if he's not. And he will go all over the floor. He poops on the paper. He's paper trained. But he will not pee on that paper. I don't know why. But he won't. I've tried everything. I've had him for 2 years. Tried everything. So, anyway. I'm going to go now. I'm really going to go this time. Yeah. I'll have to tell you guys about these sleep pills. So awesome. Anyway, so I'm going to go. I will see you guys. I'll probably chat tomorrow too. You never know. Or I may end up just recording tomorrow and doing it the next day. I'm going to take my CBD oil and I'm going to try to get some rest. It's only 9:45. Whoa. This feels like a long day. Midnight's playing with the bags. I have a corner that I keep my plastic bags in, and can you hear it? He's digging the bags out so he can burrow in there. God love you. Why'd you do that? I'm sorry, he wasn't burrowing. He walked away. I gotta take my oil and go to bed. I love you guys. Thank you for staying with my insanity. Be sure and look at those giveaways. I got one going on right now. I haven't heard from the other 2 winners for the other one. So somebody's going to get a really big prize this next go around. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Keep it real. Peace out.